bring it up here.
Yeah.
You know.
And again, my apologies to the San Jose Sharks. I got a little. I thought they'd get a bigger laugh.
I have shark socks on.
Oh,
For
my
the
word.
occasion. Is that creepy? Is that too much?
That's not creepy. No, that's fine.
Okay.
It's like Shark Week from the ankles down. Oh man. Yeah. I did not punch a shark in reality. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. I know that's why you're all here, in fact.
We wanted hints.
And that's why they have a big distance in the chairs. They think like, oh, he might come over and punch me. No, we're not in the water, guys, so it's totally fine. Blues Brothers are here. Thank you guys for showing up. They're gonna lead us out in a musical outlude. Is there so that's for questions.
That's for questions. If
Okay.
anyone has questions.
Probably not.
I have questions. If nobody-
Are they shark related?
There are no more shark related questions.
Okay, well, thank you guys so much.
All right.
I wanted a third entrance, so I could get the
We can do multiple entrances.
music. Okay, yes, multiple entrances. So
Trending.
did not punch a shark. Trending?
Trending Brett for Nate.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm
See, they know what I'm talking about. Nathan Drake.
Nathan Drake.
How can we make it happen? What do they need to do to make sure
What haven't we
you
done?
are Nathan Drake?
Start your own studio, write a script, send it to my agent, and then I will say yes. I don't
How do you feel
know.
about it?
How do I feel, man? I feel great. I would love to do that. That would be an incredible thing. Not only do I look exactly like the guy, but in fact, I did get the voice actors' approval, to be the main guy. He suggested that. So that's not bad. The guy who's voicing him thinks that I would do a good job in the part. So, did I pay lots of money to have him say that? Yes. Was it money well spent? Yes. So, that would be great. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that movie even if I'm not in it. Obviously, I would enjoy it more if I were in it. I hope that it can happen. I appreciate everybody showing up and being here and for your wonderful introduction as well. No, but I mean, you guys are just very supportive and stuff. So look, if there's a Brett for Nate hashtag that you want to put in your next Twitter thing,
Trend
I'm
it.
not gonna stop you. That might be nice. That might move the needle a little bit. Other than that, I will just continue to cosplay as Nathan Drake Monday through Friday. I only dressed up here because I knew you guys are going to be here. Might not recognize me, might think that I'm actually Nathan Drake.
Easy mistake to make.
So I did that for you guys.
Thanks, Brett.
Yes, you're welcome. Still moderately excited to be here. It'll do. Why not?
How about
Tempered enthusiasm. Yes.
You are now actually a part of the Marvel comics.
So they tell me. Yeah. That's really cool.
Great, that's amazing. Like I said, do you have all the copies that you're in? You
I don't. I think
follow
I.
it, or?
Yeah, I mean, the first introduction I was wearing the Iron Man suit and all of that stuff. I can't say that I have every copy of it. But it's very cool, especially since I'm, spoiler alert, not on the show anymore. Thank you for that. That does make me feel a little better. That makes me feel a little better. I mean, who knows where they're going to go season 4? I mean... Yes.
From hell.
Hell, otherwise known as space. Yes, LMDs, that's another popular theory as well. Live model decoys, for those who don't know, they're just pretty much like neutral robots that you can program. So conceivably, there's some Grant Ward blood lying around. You can do that, or they can bring you back as Nathan Drake, or Shark Puncher. I mean, either one of these are really viable ideas. I don't know if you guys are taking notes, but now that's definitely on the quiz. So this is all ideas for season 4. I mean, all the writers would have to do is pretty much just take a transcript of this and just, you know,
Make it happen.
print.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm laughing.
Sean is also moderately excited
I
to
am,
be here.
oh, please. I am super excited. I'm just nervous a little. I'm sitting-
It's only Brett.
I'm afraid that you're gonna like touch me on the die. 'Cause you're gonna, I don't know.
I'm no longer contractually obligated to. I can no longer touch anyone. Wait, what did you say?
Is it hot? Can you hear it better now? Okay, sorry.
Hot mic.
So you did a shirtless puppy photo for People magazine? Oh, I know, I have it.
What are these?
I was trying to come up with some questions you might have not had.
You skipped a whole bunch of other interesting stuff to go down to how did the shirtless puppy photo. That's number 5.
I'm looking at the ladies down here. I think that that's what they're here to hear. About that experience.
Well, and I got news for you. They came here to see you, Sean.
No, I did.
So that's why they want you to speak into the mic.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you for bringing that really highlight of my career up. I appreciate that. Yeah, okay, so my first year on S.H.I.E.L.D, I was, how can you say this and not feel like, People magazine does the 100 sexiest people, and I guess they couldn't find anyone else, and so I was part of that. I don't remember what number I was or something, but definitely not number 1. It was number 2. Okay. No. It was okay. It was 1.5. It was in between. Where was I going with that? So we do this. Yes, everybody does like a shirtless photo and stuff. And the photographer, who was super sweet and is incredible at what he does, says, yeah, everybody takes a photo with the dog. And I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. Like this is B-roll. This is not gonna go anywhere. And somehow,
It's on the internet.
I don't know, but
Good old
somehow
internet.
that thing is floating out there in cyberspace. And it is there, and there's nothing I can do about it. It's me, shirtless, holding the puppy, for no particular reason. And there's like wind blowing because we're in a photo shoot. So it's like, you know, at the stern of the ship. Am I saying that right? What's in the front? Is that the stern?
The bow.
I have no idea.
The bow? Oh, okay.
Nathan Drake would know.
Oh, but I'm
That was the worst joke ever.
surely. Points for
All
Alex.
right, you know, I was in that bit.
Oh man, that was terrible. Let's pretend that didn't.
All right, so
We can
I'll
edit
move-
that out.
I'll transition. I'll go
I
right
have
to
it.
S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay.
Out of every season, you pretty much played the same but different character. What role did you like the most? The good, the bad, or Hive, the ugly?
Aww.
I thought Hive was pretty cute.
Well,
I mean, the first version of Ward was, I don't know, I think maybe, he was okay. He was okay. You know, he's not bad, but he was very serious. And I think that maybe he was deliberately underdeveloped. There was a lot that you didn't know about him, and he seemed like exactly what he was on the surface. And, you know, he wasn't nearly as interesting as Ward became once he was a spy, and we got to explore his backstory and this whole thing with Bill Paxton. Yeah, there was an attempted clap. You can continue up with that, because Bill Paxton's dope.
Yeah!
He's
Talk
awesome.
more about Bill Paxton.
That might be one of my favorite times on set when he was there. It was just the two of us, like painting the town red. It was great. It was really great. I still consider him a good friend of mine. That was a lot of fun, and I think that iteration of Ward, I think, was definitely my favorite. And you know what? Just as soon as I started to figure that guy out, season 3, I was like, I get this character now. Coulson.
What an asshole.
What a dick.
And let me tell you, what happens on Maven does not stay on Maven, because I came back, and you know, it's interesting that, you know, all of these versions Still have a problem with Coulson. You know, he's a fly in the ointment of this guy. And anyway, I think that my favorite version for sure was the bad.
The bad.
You could say good, bad, and ultra bad.
Ultra bad. Okay, that's better.
Or super bad. Or super ultra bad. Or super
Stop,
ultra.
Stop.
No.
Take 5.
So how far in advance would you know when these character arcs were going to change like that? Did you have a lot of time, or was it on the fly?
No, bless your heart for thinking that they gave you
Yeah.
time to prepare. No, that's kind of not how TV works in general. I mean, you get rewrites even on the day of. But this, you know, all of these big significant things I heard about the episode before. It was the episode before. You know, there's this long walk to the producer's room, and then they sit you down, and then they say, okay, all right, so here's what's going to happen. And every time I thought that I was going to get killed. And then they said, oh yeah, no, just kidding, you're a spy. Oh, okay, that's interesting, now you're going to go this way. And then the second time they called me, and it was like, here's what's really going to happen. Coulson's going to kill you. And this really weird being is going to go inside your body, and then you're going to wear this coat and talk slow and low and like walk around and monologue a lot. And I said, okay. And then they called me back in, and I was like, okay, what character am I doing now? And they're like, honestly, the first like 2 minutes was just them shaking their heads saying, sorry, this is the way it had to go. It is very sad. They still are not entirely over it, to be perfectly honest.
But you never know.
But you never know. This is a Marvel Universe.
Exactly.
You know, just ask Coulson.
This is very true.
You know, so that's where we're at.
Very cool. I do want to give some time to everyone out here that has questions. So, if you want to line up right over here by the mic.
Yeah.
Start some
Only
questions.
moderately enthusiastic questions, though. Anything above that?
Yeah, I don't want to take everyone's time.
You gotta get ready. You gotta get ready.
Do you stretch it?
Hardball questions. Hardball questions coming my way, I can tell.
It's not based on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. What was it like working with everybody in Until Dawn?
Nice.
I think it's ready.
What was it like working with everybody in Until Dawn? It was a lot of fun. I'm gonna adjust.
Oh my god.
That was such an amazing game. I loved it. Oh my god, it was
Thank you.
awesome. It was great.
I'll take full credit for that. Yes, I did all the design work myself.
Awesome.
So I had to teach myself everything.
You did great.
And I did it in Microsoft Paint, which is the weird thing.
That
Yeah.
makes it even better.
Yeah.
It makes it even better.
Thanks.
job.
Yeah, thank you.
Loved it.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. I mean, the technology is so good that it just becomes less and less obtrusive. So
Yeah.
all that you're doing really is just going up there and acting. Yes, you have dots on your face. Yes, you have a camera strapped to your head.
Yeah.
But you know, they give you these sort of like a plastic shotgun and a couple of like little basic props, and you're just there in the scene, and it's really, really cool. It's a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It was hard to sort of describe what exactly happened though, because you just do the different versions back to back to back. So it's like, yeah, so which one actually did happen? Did I trip on that log and fall to my death, or am I alive? Like, I don't know. So it was difficult to explain for a while, but we're really happy with the finished product. It's awesome. It's winning a whole bunch of awards. That was number something on there. Yeah, which you skipped. Went straight for the puppy dog. Yeah. But it was fun. It was fun, and hopefully they'll come out with another one. From what I understand, they're kind of not doing that. I think it's been confirmed. What would you even call it?
Exactly.
Until dusk.
Until dusk. That's all I got.
Then, what would happen after that? Until midday. Until afternoon. Isn't quite.
Until dusk dawn.
Just until dawn.
From dusk until
Dusk until dawn.
what?
I'm feeling a horror franchise that we finished to that.
That's a show.
But it is a good thought.
Maybe use.
Yeah. It could just be like daylight hours.
Daylight.
That's the worst. That is the worst. Let's make it happen.
So I don't know if you know this, but
Probably not.
your alma mater, Yale, keeps a copy of your resume just up on their website.
Okay, are you in cahoots with this guy? Bringing his most embarrassing things? Is that what this is going to be about?
Is this about his acrobatic skills?
Well, I just wanted to know a few of the things you have listed here as special skills.
Oh my goodness, can we stop this question here?
Yes!
I just want to know which ones you think would be most likely to come into play if Ward or Hive were brought back on a show.
Well, okay.
So
Oh my god.
here we have yodeling.
It does not say yodeling.
It does.
It does.
It does.
Yep.
I had nothing, I had
Somebody went in there and edited. I would not put yodeling on a thing.
It gets better.
It gets
Physically flexible pratfalls, handstands, and ear wiggling.
I would not bet on that.
Can you actually wiggle your ears? Is it a lie?
I just did. No, that's
This is the greatest thing.
So you're.
That's a lie. I would never. Yodeling? Who in the world? That must have been an autocorrect.
Do you feel
I
like
think it was yelling. It's just in general, I'm okay at yelling. You know, I come to, hi, my name is Brett Dalton.
Please yodel.
so of the two?
I'm reading for sensitive romantic hero. Tangled 2. Fire, grew this hair out. So that's how I enter a room.
Go-kart racing? Is that in there?
Yeah, that might be in there.
Do you see that as something Hive might be interested in as well?
Oh, he throws a great birthday party. Oh, he throws a great one. You have no idea. I mean, go-kart is just how you get onto the property. Then once you're there, I mean, and don't get me started on the pinata situation. It is crazy. Yes, exactly. It's you know, you want to be invited to that one. That's the end of that list.
Oh, there's more, but I can let other people ask questions.
Yeah, let's leave it.
Acrobats.
Trapeze.
Yeah, all right. Thank you. On to the next question. Yeah, hi.
So first of all, I love Until Dawn too. I'm a super huge fan, so is my nephew. He's ridiculous. We love it. Like,
Aw.
you're a favorite character. And that's not even like, oh, you're here, you're a favorite character. It's like, really, you are.
It's
But
like,
my
I
question,
did pay a little bit.
really, no, really.
Yeah,
But
okay.
if you were to walk around with a theme song, what would it be? What would be your theme song?
In Until Dawn?
Just in life, You're walking around, you walk out that door, what is your theme song? Are you serious?
Again, I had nothing to do with
Legit.
It's mere coincidence that this is where it's going. Just
I mean, I feel like maybe Wrecking Ball. I mean, just something about those lyrics like really like speak to me.
And one guilty pleasure, like puppies while you're shirtless.
The
or
song
chocolate
Wrecking
ice
Ball.
cream. Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. And sometimes I can do the thing in the music video
Is that
as
in
well.
your that's in your qualities? You can do that, right?
Yeah, that's in special skills.
It's on one of the special
In addition
skills,
to
right?
Nathan Drake Cobb playing,
It's perfect.
it's also, you know, I can do a mean Miley. just a mean one. Yeah.
Epic. Better than Miley. Is the guy who done a little bit?
What has this turned into? All right, thank you.
Any more people line up? I mean,
Do it again. Do it again.
Hi, S.H.I.E.L.D.
Thank you. Yes.
My husband and I just watched last night.
Boo, you guys are here on a panel for Brett. Somebody says, Hail Hydra. I've been Hydra since episode 17.
We just watched Beside Still Waters.
Nice.
And thank you.
Well, they did pay me. I'm
your-
glad you liked it, though.
Your scene with Beck Bennett was very intense, and you guys were very close, where if you weren't shaking hands, you were definitely low-fiving. Was that?
I've never heard that.
Sean?
Dramatic? Like, was that difficult?
I
Was
did
that
not
difficult for you?
Was that hard? Is that what you were gonna say?
Well, no.
It is going places.
Was that difficult, or did you just dive right in and do the scene. It's a good scene.
Thank you. That was honestly the last scene that we shot. We wrapped the next day. We had to wait until sun up, and that was the last thing that we shot. I'm not saying we did that completely sober, because you know I'd never done a scene like that, but you know the story needed it, and you know I'm glad that you enjoyed the film. It was a lot of fun, and it's this like reunion piece, kind of like The Big Chill for a younger generation, I guess. It's this
Another cabin with people.
yeah, exactly. And that's how we lived, and we really wanted it to be like this nice ensemble reunion piece. And it was a lot of fun, still close with all those guys, and that's kind of just before, you know, Ryan Eggold went and did Blacklist? Blacklist, there you go. Beck Bennett went into SNL, and all those guys are working now, so it's pretty incredible. I got to work with them just before they took off. They still haven't sent me a thank you note either, so
Hear everybody's good luck card. Like,
yeah, well, what can I say? Yeah, exactly. And there, incidentally, was a shark in that lake, which I had to punch. So.
Hey, well done.
There you go.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, S.H.I.E.L.D, wish your character would have stayed on. I heard that they're going to put Ghost Rider on this new season.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have liked to see like other Marvel characters or something?
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think Ghost Rider is a super cool character. I think, I don't know, that's gonna definitely be a completely different element now in the show. I mean, I'm not super familiar with the Ghost Rider storyline, but much like Deathlock's storyline, it's our version of it. So, for instance, he doesn't ride around in that motorcycle, which is cool, but instead he drives an equally cool, I think it might be a GTO, but like a all black, jet black muscle car. So, I mean, it's definitely our version of Ghost Rider. I mean, yeah, I think that's gonna be cool. I'm still gonna watch the show. I know you're upset. I know, sweetie, me too. Me too. I'm not on the show. I get it, but let's give Ghost Rider a chance. It'll be fun. I don't even know who the main bad guy is. You know, I have my thoughts and stuff, but from what I understand, Ghost Rider is more of a vigilante than he is good guy, bad guy. So yeah, we'll just have to see. You know.
You ought to push for that LMD. That's a great idea.
Yeah, exactly. I think so too. Let's make it happen. You guys have your work cut out for you, okay? A lot of writing.
Well,
Yes.
I have one question. Like, how was it like you worked with Daisy, as like you trained her to be S.H.I.E.L.D. and like fighting against her? That's what I wanted to say and ask.
What was it like?
What was it like working with her?
Oh, she's great. I mean, we're all one big happy family. We all get along. We all still hang out socially and all of that stuff. I mean, we really do. It's great too because all of our storylines are sort of fractioned off and stuff. So when we do get a scene together, it's really fun. Yeah, I mean, I got to work with them every single day, and then since being a spy, you know, struggle's real, man.
Right.
As soon as that happens, then then I didn't get to hang out with them as much. So I've really missed that. But whenever we did get a scene, even if it was a small one, you know, in season 3 I had that one small scene with Elizabeth, but that was fun. I mean, I'm her biggest fan. I just, and all those like little scenes with Ian too that we got, it was great. It was great. So it's awesome. It's really interesting to see where the story is going. Sometimes I feel like I see what they're gonna do, and I'm like never right. So I just stop guessing. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so first of all, you were my favorite character on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like,
I was, okay. Sean, I really appreciate you putting, oh, until I died. Oh, I thought I did something wrong. Oh, okay. I'm still gonna blame Sean though. There's a lot of stuff to be,
it's all his fault.
it is,
You
yeah.
can go back there if you want.
Oh, yeah, so I can introduce you.
And secondly, Hail Hydra.
Thank you. No booze on that. That's just how we say hi here.
What was it like working with Joss Whedon?
Oh man, it's awesome. There was only one Joss Whedon. He's an alchemist. He can turn anything into gold. Nobody can do what he does. He's amazing. He's amazing. So this character, just from the page on, it was great. I got to work with him obviously a lot more with the pilot, but it was awesome, man. You know, we got to spend Valentine's Day together in Paris, strangely enough. Let's leave the story at that. It's very romantic. He's very gentle. Yeah, I mean, Joss is great. He goes the extra mile too. You know, a good portion of the success of anything is casting. Some people say it's 80%. And I think that he really found the right people for the job. You know, there were sort of like dummy sides, which didn't make it into the pilot. Actually, the Gramsci scene, I don't know if you guys remember the pilot, but Coulson shoots me with the Truth Serum, TMZ, or whatever it is.
TMZ.
I think it's TH320, whatever. Okay, he shoots me with the Truth Serum, and then there's this whole like truth-telling sort of sequence with Chloe, where she puts her feminine charm on me, and it works this time. Anyway, that was based on one of these dummy sides. But I was just going to say that even in those really like rough draft things, I mean, he has such a clear idea of the character, and he ended up writing special scenes to show certain things. Like I was part of Chloe's casting as well, which if you guys went to, it's a screen test. It was just released at the San Diego Comic-Con, and I had already been cast at that point, but Joss wrote that scene specifically for Chloe. You know, he goes the extra mile to make sure the right people are all aboard. So he's great. I can't say enough about him. We don't even have enough time to talk about how good he is. So it's a blessing. I'm glad that he's a friend.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
So my question,
It's for Sean.
No.
But Sean, nobody's here. Okay, take this one. Never say never, okay? You're a booty, man. Come on. Never say never. The next question could be for you.
About the experience of like the makeup they did for Hive, because in the beginning, you know, you looked so sick, but also if I recall, there was one
So
scene.
like sick.
Sick, yeah. There was one scene where it looked like you were like drenched in like maple syrup.
Yeah.
Oh, that was some madness.
Just wants to forget it. Yep. He has nightmares. Like,
Next question.
Not on the list?
No, surprisingly.
Right after the puppy question.
Oh, that might be my least favorite experience in all of shooting. Gonna have a flashback. Yeah, so we're doing this rebirth thing because now he's consumed all of this. I'll talk about Hive. You guys know the story. You watched it. I don't need to explain it to you. But the process, you know, involved that. It was the last thing that we did, and so it's supposed to be this cool, almost like a Terminator thing. You know, when he time travels and he does that sort of like low, like cool stand-up thingy. It's the cool villain stand-up thingy. It's what we call it in the business. Don't worry about it. I know. Yeah, stop me if you've heard this one. And so anyway, I was doing the cool stand-up thingy, and they had smoking like carcasses and stuff, and the smoke wasn't working, and I'm standing here in my underwear in front of everybody, and they couldn't get close because the goo started to go further and further away, so they couldn't step on it because then there'd be footprints as they left. So I had to glop this stuff like this, and they're like, "Oh, you missed your ear." And the whole thing, as soon as I put it on, it was cold. It's not like, and it's not fun. It's not like, "Ha, I've been slimed." You know, like in the Kids' Choice Award, isn't this fun? It was just not fun. So, thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you.
Sean, quite a lineup you've got.
I'm doing.
You're doing something.
I'm doing something.
Yes.
If you could be any other Marvel character in the Marvel universe, who would you be?
Like maybe Agent May.
Hi, my question is actually about Agent May. Ward and May really throw down when they get violent to each other.
So to speak.
Yes. What was it like training with Ming-Na Wen, and did you walk away with any injuries?
Just my ego. Just my ego was bruised. She's an incredible athlete. And she's a great actress as well. Her real life persona is nothing like that. Like, you can hear Ming on the other side of set. She's laughing so hard and so goofy, and don't even bother shooting on a Friday with Ming. It's just, it's crazy. It's crazy. She's like just a firecracker and so fun. But when we actually got to like training and stuff, she was one of the first people I met on set of the cast, because we were there like before the pilot even started shooting. Like, sort of, that's not how I punch, but that's how I started punching. I was just not very good. So we were sort of training together, and she had a different styles. Hers had a lot more kicks and a lot more sort of a martial arts background, and mine was more tactical and all of that stuff. But we were in the same room, in the same gym, hitting the same bags, and both trying to look our best to look like we knew what we were doing. And then, it was cool because we had a couple of fight sequences together. Not only that one little one on the plane where I was brainwashed by that Asgardian person, because that was one too, but then that was around like episode like 15 or something. But then also our season finale fight, which was huge and went from one room to the next to the next. So yeah, there's just a lot of trust. Anybody that you throw down with, so to speak. I don't know. There's a lot of like intimacy, strangely.
And buzzsaws and things.
Yeah, buzzsaws. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She nailed me pretty good that time.
Nice, well done.
Yikes. Is this on? Hello, Buffalo.
Next question.
What else? Ooh. Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't know either.
I have no idea.
Hi.
What was your the saddest scene you think in the show?
That's pretty obvious. My death. That was sad. It was a sad day. It really was. Yeah. I'm glad you guys feel somewhat sad as well. Show won't be the same.
No, actually though.
So yeah, thank you for asking the question.
How you doing?
Hey.
So, first of all, welcome to Buffalo.
Thank you.
Make sure you try the chicken wings while you're here, if you haven't. But my question to you is there any actor or actress that you've never worked with that you would love to work with, and why?
Oh man, so many.
Pick the most, like the dream person. Like, I would love to work with you so bad. I would work for free.
Oh, there's a long list. Don't tell anybody. There's a long list of them. I would say Christian Bale would be the first one that comes to mind for sure. The guy is just, I don't know how he does what he does. He's always completely transformative. And that's just what he does. That's just what he does. And completely believable in everything. He's amazing. He's amazing. I'm constantly surprised in everything I see him in. But there is a huge list.
We got all the time in the world. So you're
I guess we do. Yeah, gosh. There's so many, and even in the Marvel universe, I would work with any one of those guys. Yeah, for free. I'll give me a broom, man. I'll sweep up. I'll sweep up in the back. I'll just be the guy just sort of cleaning stuff up, Yeah. Remember me? I was on the TV show, and the camera zooms. Yeah, that would be me. I'd do that. I'd do that any day. Thanks.
Hi.
Hey there.
What keeps you humble and your personality so vibrant?
That's
You didn't pay that one, did you, Sean?
That one's
Finally. Yeah. How about that?
How did you get in here?
A little positivity here. Yeah. That's very nice of you to say. I don't know. I have a family that keeps me pretty grounded. They make fun of me a lot. Yeah, that does always help.
My family, we're Italian.
So, my feet are definitely on the ground. And, I paid my dues, too. It's not like, moved out to LA and following week had a job.
I'm from LA, so.
Yeah. I mean, it's, I did all of the steps that I was supposed to do, and I work hard, too, and I never forget that. It's not like, even with this character, which I think is one of the stronger ones on S.H.I.E.L.D., I can take credit for it, but also if it weren't there on the page, I wouldn't have anything to say. Like, it's a team effort with the writers as well, and we, I think, found something that really, really worked and resonated with fans, and there's this really interesting backstory, and it's this whole sort of trust thing where I'm bringing what I can bring to the table, they're bringing what they can bring to the table, and we're seeing what works, and we're sort of figuring this out together. So, I don't know, I never really feel like, look at me, like, I'm great. I work hard and I enjoy the work, so it's not like I'm ever there. What?
Except when you get killed.
Oh, then I'm pissed. Oh yeah. But up until then, really enjoyed it. Yeah. Thank you. Hello.
I was wondering if you could go to Comic-Con and cosplay as any character, who would you dress up as?
Nathan Drake.
As in, other than Nathan Drake or Miley Cyrus. Oh, that's a good question. I mean, I was gonna say Sean, but yeah. Man, I mean, it could be anybody. I don't know. Mr. Fantastic. I don't know. Oh, I know. Invisible Woman. That's better. Yes.
So,
He's wearing a Mortal Kombat t-shirt. You guys can't see that. He's towards me.
So, who is your favorite person to work with in Until Dawn?
They were all good. I'd say Rami Malek was awesome. He was a huge surprise. He was, spoiler alert, mastermind of this whole thing.
Somebody didn't know that.
Somebody didn't know that? All right. There's some Wendigos involved in the mix, and there's some very real threats that he did not manipulate. But he did set up this whole thing that was meant to, sort of pay back for his sister dying. So it was this whole revenge thing that he set up. But when he did the big reveal, I remember just thinking like, who is this guy? Like, this guy's insane. This guy's awesome. And obviously he went on to Mr. Robot. And again, good luck charm, so, of course. What was I saying about being humble again?
That's a very humble response.
Very humble, but of course I'm joking. I'd say Rami, yeah, he was awesome. Thank you, sir. Finish him.
Well.
Hello, hi.
I was wondering, just random dumb question.
No dumb questions. Except Sean.
Unless I wrote it,
Yes, there's so many live action Disney movies currently. Who would you want to play if you could play anybody in the Disney universe?
Elsa.
Okay.
I mean, if I'm real.
I should actually take that seriously. You shouldn't say male.
She's got the ice powers. She can do it.
Okay, that's gonna take a lot of makeup.
You'd be surprised. I mean, this body was made for a Disney movie. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? No, in all honesty, Flynn Rider.
Yes.
I think I'd be a great Flynn Rider. You were hoping I would say that.
Fit that character very well.
Flynn Rider.
Okay.
Yes, oh my god.
And he did the Smolder. Smolder. Smolder was my look. They took that from me. Still.
Yeah.
And she hits me in the head with the pen.
Yes.
Oh,
Like
thank you.
20 version.
Well, yeah, I'm here to
ask Brett the most important question that no one has asked him today.
The bar is set high.
How hard did you work on your Thomas Gibson cosplay?
Thomas Gibson?
Oh my gosh. Or, you know, like the Diamond Gray guy?
Yeah, Criminal Minds guy.
You saying I really look like him?
Little bit.
And I'm playing him?
Little bit.
And you guys went to come and see him and instead got the B version?
I was so disappointed.
Didn't you just get fired?
I cried a little bit.
I'm crying right now on the inside. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint. Yeah.
You've never been asked that
I just wanted to tease you.
I've never been asked that question.
First time, right there.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking that the entire time I was in Line Monkeys. I was like, he looks like Thomas Gibson today.
Well, look, man, I mean, if you guys want a Thomas Gibson autograph, just stop by the table. Still stop by the table. You can call me whatever you want. No problem at all. I'll sign those things. Yeah. Criminal Minds, man. Let me see if there's an opening. Let me see if they're casting right now. You know?
No, he just got
You could
fired.
have his book.
Kismet, are you kidding me?
There's a wide.
Yeah. Do they have Inhumans on their show?
No, you're safe.
Criminal Minds, right? Or I'm
Come on.
That has to happen.
This is just amazing.
Playing Nathan Drake. How can we spin that all in?
I don't know.
Holy, like step right in.
Unless, do they have Elsa on that show? You know what Criminal Minds needs? Elsa.
Clearly.
An Ice Princess?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
That is how you bring in the children viewers. Because that's what Criminal Minds is.
Did you just do children?
I did.
Okay. I
I
caught
don't know if anyone else caught that.
Whoa. People are getting up. Was it something I said, or are we at the end of the thing? I've got a bone to pick with you. She's a skeleton.
Would you have no questions?
She's doing the skeleton. She's on her way to a skeleton shift right now.
No questions from the front?
Oh, these are funny.
Oh, here we go.
No, any more questions?
Right here?
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Bye.
Hi. I'm a little short for this, but hopefully you can hear
We'll
me.
make do.
So
You can
now,
tip it.
we're just not gonna mess with that. I'll break it. So now that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is done for you, what's next?
Yeah, good question. You mean other than Criminal Minds?
Yes, other than Criminal Minds, of course.
And Flynn Rider.
Yeah.
And Nathan Drake. I mean, that's a full dance card, folks. That's a full dance card. I have 2 movies that are coming out in January, which is very cool. Yeah, one is called Lost in Florence. Thank you. Yeah. I'll deal with a couple of. Polite applause. One is called Resurrection of Gavin Stone. It's about a troubled, former actor, reality star guy who has to do community service and ends up playing Jesus in the Passion Play. And it's really funny. It's actually really, really funny. It's this redemption story and really a feel-good movie. Shawn Michaels is in it. Yeah, the Shawn Michaels. And I put the smackdown on him. I know you guys are going to be watching this go, huh? You didn't put any smackdown. And then the other one is called Lost in Florence, and it's about a guy who sort of discovers himself in Florence, and he discovers this really ultra-violent game that they play. It's a form of soccer/rugby that was invented there. Super violent, and he kind of finds a new direction in life and a new love and this really cool sport. So he finds himself in Florence because he's lost. I messed that up. Let's just hold here. We'll edit. Let's just hold here. He Florence in Florence. Messed it up again. Let's hold here. Let's do it again. Both these movies are coming out in January, and I think they're both going to be quite cool. And until then, just doing the Criminal Minds stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks. And doing these Comic-Cons.
Okay, this is our last question.
Last question.
Hi. I was wondering how it was like to work with Clark Gregg.
What do you mean? Coulson! Started out good. Thanks, Coulson. You bring this ragtag group of people doing all of these weird missions and 084s and all that stuff. And then what happens? Yeah, I might be a spy. But then Coulson all of a sudden has this one-man mission against me because I'm, you know, a danger or a rogue or a wild card or whatever you want to call it. And then all of a sudden, what? Let's move over. Let's move on. And then I'm on May 5th, and for whatever reason he's got this bone to pick with me, and he puts his robot hand into my chest. Thanks, Coulson. See how that turned out for you? Yeah. Well, let's see. This like tentacle being is gonna come inside my body, and you're gonna get revenge one way or the other. Yeah. And then like, so that's what ended up happening. So thanks, Coulson, for nothing. But Clark Gregg is great.
Fantastic. Well, everyone, let's give Brett Dalton one more round.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Let's see. If everybody want to exit right there to the right, the open doors.
Cash just like, just finishing up.